Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike Green. I'm one of the owners of 1A Auto. I want to help you save time and money repairing and maintaining your vehicle. I'm going to use my 20+ years experience restoring and repairing cars and trucks like this to show you the correct way to install parts from 1AAuto.com. The right parts installed correctly. That's going to save you time and money. Thank you, and enjoy the video.
In this video, we're going to replace the blower motor resistor on this Impala. And you know when you need one of these, if your fan only works in like 4 or 5 or 1 or 2, basically you're missing speeds. And lots of GM vehicles use this resistor, so the procedure is probably similar, although maybe small differences. For this vehicle, we needed needle nose pliers, a flat blade screwdriver, a 5mm socket and driver, a T20 Torx bit driver with a ratchet and extension, and a flexible joint. Okay, start by removing this lower panel. Okay, there's a clip there and a clip there. And there's also a pin that holds it right there. So what you probably want to do first is take a pair of needle nose pliers, kind of push up on the panel and get the pliers in there. Okay, we'll fast forward here a little bit as I just kind of work the pliers in under that pin and pull it down. These clips, bring the panel down, and you can unhook your courtesy light. Okay, now you're going to remove this bracket that's next to the motor. It's 2 5mm bolts, and I'll speed it up a little bit here. That bracket just kind of holds that wiring harness, and you need to have that wiring harness out of the way to remove the motor. Okay, next there are 3 T20 Torx screws. One here, okay, one here, and then one right back in there. This one here. Okay, so for the rear one, I'm using an extension and a ratchet. Really contorting myself in here. Okay, fast forward here a little bit. As you can see, use that ratchet and socket extension to get that rear one, and then the other two are pretty easy, just with a driver and your T20 Torx bit. And once the motor's down, then you basically pull this wiring harness down. Pull your motor down, and then you're going to want to reach back in here. Very hard for me to film. I'll show you basically how to do it later. But reach back in, press the tab on your lead, and pull it out, and your motor's out. Okay, so here's the connector. Okay, there's the tab. So what you're doing is you're feeling up in there and pushing on that tab right there in order to release it. Now once you have your motor out, this lead right here comes from your resistor. So you can see your resistor's right back here, and the first thing you want to do, there's a little clip on this. Just use your finger, pull that clip back, and disconnect the lead. Okay. Now you can also see that there are a couple bolts. Okay, one back in here, and one right here. There's 732s. There's also a bolt in behind where that lead connected in. Okay, so you're going to need a driver with a 732 socket, and I have a flexible joint on it. Okay, and you can use that to get back. Let's see. Okay, push on the insulation some, and the insulator. Push it on there, and then you just need to loosen this one up. Maybe a turn, not too much. Okay. Now the one I can't film at all, okay, is if you stick your finger back up under where you disconnected that lead, kind of from the side, you'll feel the bolt. Okay, so you can see I just got my ratchet and I just got my driver and my flexible joint and socket stuffed up in there, and they went on to the bolt. And now here again, just a couple turns, maybe half turn or one turn, whatever you can get out of that one. Okay, now you want to fully remove this one, which I guess you could call the easy one. We'll fast forward through that. Okay, and now you reach up and in and pull the front part of it down, and then pull it off those rear bolts. And actually, you can see that, by the way, I'm struggling with it. I don't think I got the hidden bolt very loose, so I kind of just muscle it off there. I get it off that bolt pretty easy, and then just kind of pull it off that other one, and it comes down and out. Okay, so now what I've done is I've got an adjustable wrench. I've set it to basically the head size of one of my 732's bolts, and I'm just going to get back in here and get on this bolt way in the back and just make sure I loosen it up, you know, another half a turn or so. That'll just make sure I can get the whole thing back together easily. Okay, here's my original resistor and the new resistor from 1A Auto. You can see that the base of them is all the same. It's going to bolt in correctly, and then the plugs are exactly the same, and the receptacle for your other harness is correct as well, so it's going to bolt in and plug in correctly and fix your speeds. Maybe a little difficult to film here, but I'll do my best. So we're going to put the new resistor up in there. Put it up in, and then we're gonna tilt it to go back onto those bolts. Feels like everything is all set. See, there's a couple little, just gotta make sure you push it back up in there.
And once you get this one tightened up, whether or not you tighten up the other ones is pretty much optional because they're so hard to get to. I'll get that one, and then I'm not even going to try the other one. So. Reconnect this harness. Take our motor, okay, put it back up, and connect that lead.
Okay, now I am going to fast forward through putting the blower motor up in there. If you want to see this part of it in regular speed, check out our video for the Impala blower motor. But if you've gotten it out, it's pretty easy. Put the blower motor up in there. Make sure you don't pinch any wires. Tighten your 3 Torx bolts, and then connect your tube, and then put everything else back together. We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.oneauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll-free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.